Hello everybody, this is Kyle out of course, and we are back with the Walking Jank. We rolled a 12. Our opponent is Anti-Hero, and I am excited to see what he's got in store for us. It is currently 2 o'clock, 2:42 in the morning, and I have lost all control of my life. But I wanted to get a recording to you guys. It's been way too long since I've done so. And this hand is awesome. We've got a turn 1 Mardu Hateblade, a turn 2 Einok Bondkin, and then we've got 2 cards we can play on the morph. So, and our opponent is on the draw. Yeah, this just seems good. And the Bondkin's going to give us something to do at least if we screw out of all of our mana. So far, so good. I have to say, Hateblade seems really decent. Like, I would never want to play like more than 2 of him, but at the same time, I have an axe-wielding Mongolian warrior. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what our opponent uses. Yeah, I like the art on Mardu Hateblade too. Oh no! Our opponent is gaining a life. Crap. I'm gonna completely negate all of the good that my guy would have done. Well, that's okay. Because we are gonna hit. We are gonna still hit for our 1 point of damage here. Gonna get in there. Gonna get him. And then we're going to drop a Bondkin. So far, so good. This guy will actually be pretty decent soon, too. We'll see what our opponent has right now. Ooh, a Highland game. Interesting. That is a very good card. Not gonna lie, it is a good card. We do, however, manage to draw a nice little mountain there. Not a terrible incursion. Not a terrible inclusion of the deck. We now have all 3 colors of land, which is good. I am gonna get one good swing in here, I think, with my Mardu. If he wants to swap this for this, that's fine. Because then I'm just gonna I'm okay with that. And then I'm just going to play this guy face down. Yeah. I'll play a morph guy face down then. Just kind of commit to my board a little bit. And then we'll see how it goes. This way, he's not going to be tempted to swing in because I've got 3 points in the crackback. If he plays something uber threatening, I can just make this into a 3-2 and then block. You know, I've got ways to do this stuff, is what I'm trying to say. I have stuff to do. Although, I'm interesting. This is the first teamer deck I've seen. I mean, personally, I love Rug. Those of you that have watched any of my Dragon's Maze coverage or have played with me know that I'm a huge fan of Rug. I ride the Rug train to Victory Town quite a bit. So, I'm excited to see what the teamer deck does. I like our position. I like our starting board. I really like Morph. Alright, so Wetland Sandbar. The heck is a sandbar? Sounds like sandbar, but like not as good. Wow, this just could not get any better. So obviously what we're going to do is we're going to play ourselves a Disowned Ancestor. And then we're of course going to do our Outlast. And now the reason I'm doing the Outlast as opposed to like dropping a morph creature is having First Strike just means this is really good. Because now I can just kind of swing in, sort of get him. He's got no real way of blocking this Einok Bondkin. Later on, Disowned Ancestor is going to get pretty swole, as it were. Plus, he blocks pretty profitably. I'm not willing to trade my Krumar Bondkin for any of these things yet. Just seems sloppy to do so. Einok Bondkin, on the other hand, is going to be really good. I will swap Mardu for one of these guys. I mean, Mardu's gotten in 2 points of damage, and then he'll swap for a 2-drop. That's not so bad for a 1-mana 1/1. I'm very pleased with how he's performed so far. We're getting a little mana light, but that's okay. I know I'm not too worried here. If we get another land, I might just make Disowned Ancestor and Einok Bondkin pretty big. But we'll see what happens. Our opponent could have something really good, like an enchantment that gives him +3/+3. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's a morph creature. Morph is good. Morph is very good. Now I think at this point, see, this is a little on the annoying side. I am going to swing with the Mardu Hateblade, and just the Mardu Hateblade. And I'm just going to make the Einok Bondkin that much more powerful. Yep, that's fine. So the Mardu Hateblade has done what he was supposed to do. Got 2 points of damage in. Killed a 2-drop. Was very pleased with that. We're going to get our Outlast going, and then end our turn. So eventually Einok Bondkin is going to be pretty good. I'm hoping to get some land at some point to be able to do anything. Anything would be good at this point. I may just start swinging with my Krumar Bondkin, and if he wants to swap, that's fine. Although I guess there's really no point in swapping with Highland Game. I'm not too worried about getting 2 points of damage in. Man, being mana screwed, however, is a little unfortunate for us. Especially now that he's got the 5 mana, which means that he can make his Temur thing do some really degenerate stuff. Swings 4. I'll take it. I'm not willing to risk this just yet. Okay, I can afford to take one hit like that, I think, in the early stages. I am going to swing 2 here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing 2, drop Mardu War Shrieker, use the mana from the Shrieker to either play War Behemoth or pump the Bondkin. He's got a lot of mana up, so I want to be able to swing 2 here. I'm not going to swing him with this. I don't know what he's got. If he's got like the Dragons thing, where he can just pump his stuff, I'm not going to lose this guy to that. Although I guess I wouldn't necessarily. No, I wouldn't, because he's a 4/3 with First Strike. Yeah, I wouldn't. But that's okay. I don't know what he's got. I'd rather just swing with a 2/2. Have him think about it when I've got 4 mana up. And he even says he's thinking, so, you know, that's pretty good. And little does he know that every single one of these cards he's killing makes Sultai Scavenger that much better. Be afraid. Fear the science. The science that is the Sultai Scavenger. Yeah, he does have. What does he have? I'm excited to see what this is. Oh, my Lanta. That is huge. Wow. Yeah, that's incredible. Wow, that's really good. Yep, that's really powerful. Okay. Well, I think we're still going to play Mardu War Shrieker. And we're still going to do our Morph guy. Yep. I mean, we drew him out. And that's good. I'm not going to be countering anything too much. The fact that he's just a 6/6 and then other creatures that he has have trample. But I think this is why I did this as opposed to making Bond Kin bigger, is because I want to be able to have a nice presence on the board. By having a presence on the board, what I can do is if he does swing 6, that's okay, because I can essentially double block, not necessarily double block, but I can force more on the crackback, and I can leave up stuff like Throttle to get him, which is totally fine with me. But by putting more pressure on the board, I'm sort of forcing our opponent to be like, hey, play around what I've got. Deal with the things that I'm doing right now. Because otherwise you're going to be the one that's in trouble. I will say Surak Dragonclaw is an incredible card, but not unbeatable in this situation for us. So, now, granted, we don't know what else our opponent has. Could be a lot of good stuff. We'll see. Feeling a little bit less confident in my trading Mardu for the Wetland Sandbar. I should have realized that our opponent is playing Timur, whatever, playing Rug, and that I should have taken that into account. Let's do block, and we'll take 6. See what other combat tricks he's got. I mean, this is going to be something good. I'm walking into a morph here, but... Ah! What is that? I didn't even know there was a rare. Ouch. Ah. Yeah. Yikes. I take 9, actually. Yikes. Wow. Okay. That's really good. So I didn't even know that was a creature. I was thinking about like the commons and the uncommons in the set. I know that our opponent has a Sagu Mauler now, and has a Surak Dragonclaw, so that's good to know. Certainly good to know. I think that'll help us a little bit in the later portions of these games. Wow, man, that's really good. I mean, we were stuck on mana a little bit. This definitely means that I will have to leave back the Mardu. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to definitely keep back my active tree, put my active trees in back in the deck. I think that's just a solid call on my part. I don't really know how to beat this, in all honesty, guys. Alright. Huh. I can... Let's see. I can grab... Okay, let's see here. I can flip this into a 3/6, and then use this and this to kill the Sagu Mauler. Block Disowned Ancestor here, and then take 2, go to 5. Is that what I want to do? I think that's okay. And then once Mauler's out of the way, I'll have Mardu left. I can use Throttle to kill this. Okay. I mean, we're definitely on the ropes. Definitely on the ropes. Huh. Okay. At least this is a good game. I mean, I'm going to get 2 for 1. I'm going to have nothing but a Mardu left. Yeah, I have to kill the Mauler. I have to block this. Alright, so our opponent is wisely swinging with everything. Let's go block, block, block. Now he's probably got something, but I think this is the best line of play here. And hopefully he doesn't have any responses. We definitely need to side in that Mardu Signet, and we definitely need to side in the Act of Treason. Okay, and we do take 2 in the exchange. So we're a little rougher for the wear. But we're not broken, and that is a start. If we get a swamp, I can actually just, any other land, I can just play this for 1 mana. And that would make me feel a little more confident in my life here. Our opponent is okay. Our opponent was freaking out a little bit over something. I don't really know what, but that's okay. We're gonna play our Sultai Scavenger. Obviously expelling all of our stuff. And then we're gonna pass him the turn back. Okay, so we're doing all right. We're doing okay. We can beat Surrak Dragonclaw. If nothing else happens, we've got a nice little flyer. Feeling okay about this. I don't know what he's playing right now. Could be something really good. Raid does what? Yeah, he's got to tap his 5th land. Everything counts in this matchup. Yeah, Aerostorm is 5. Okay. Yeah, so he's wisely doing that. Yep. He's dead. Alright, well. And we throttle the Surrak. And now we've got Mardu. Okay, so we're actually doing pretty good, guys. Our fighting retreat seems to have done okay for right now. I'm going to pass a turn back. We need something. Something would be good. Although we've managed to kill a lot of his good stuff, I think. We are going to play a nice little morph creature, and this is probably one of the best ones that we could have played. Ponyback Brigade is a really good card. I'm not going to swing it again. I want to be able to get Ponyback Brigade to do all of its goodness. I probably should have just played it, in all honesty. I had enough mana to do so. Don't know why I was trying to be clever. Might actually cost me. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, I should have just... I was very foolish about how I did that. I should have just... I should have just actually played this. That was very, very poor. I have to say, guys, I do apologize. I'm a little rusty. During the summers, I was drafting consistently, so I was able to keep making really strong plays. But that's okay. And our opponent and I are just doing a little bit of a dance. I actually really like Singing Bell Strike. It's kind of cool. I think next turn we will swing in with the Mardu War Shrieker, though. Our opponent seems to be a little bit flooded as well, because he's got what appears to be 8 lands, and we have 7. So, all right, we are gonna beat in for 3 here. Start getting aggressive. And then second main phase, I'm just going to do this now. And then get 3 goblin tokens. Not 4 goblin tokens, I just need 3. And of course, our opponent asks us if we're going to game 2, and of course I say yes, because who doesn't game 2? That's just rude. Alright, now we have a force of goblins. We have beaten the Sagu and the Surak. We have played much more spells in our... Well, let's see, he's got 1, 2 to our 2, and we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spells. 7 spells. And our opponent has only played 5. Our opponent has only played 6, and we've had 2, 7, 9. Yeah, we've had 9 spells to our opponent's 7. We've had 2 more spells. I mean, we're just as mana flooded as he is, though, right now. Ponyback Brigade is pretty awesome. Not gonna lie, this card is really good. So this has 6 mana, untap target creature, which is nice. I think what we're going to do, we're going to get a little bit aggressive here. I'm going to swing for 2 with the 2 goblins. Just get a little bit aggressive. I'm going to keep my Mardu and a goblin back, just to be a little more on the passive side of things. And then I'm going to play the Mardu Horde Chief. Get a little more of my value out, and then next turn I'll be able to untap with this and start attacking with a bunch of stuff. So that's good too. I think we've actually managed to play out of this, guys, which is really nice. and I feel pretty good. I feel pretty strong right now about our board and our chances. So now we can get aggressive. We can start doing stuff. I'm going to start paying 6 and just start beating in with the Ponyback Brigade. Well, our opponent seems to have drawn into some sort of action, so that's good. Ooh, a second Arrow Storm? My God. And he does kill the Mardu War Shrieker. Our opponent's deck is really good. Very decent, not gonna lie. Sagu Mauler, 2 Arrow Storms. We do get an Arc Lightning. I am just going to untap the Goblin right now. I'm not no sense in doing it at instant speed. And then I am going to go and swing in with 3 Goblins and this guy. And that way I can leave a pony back just in case, and then a human to block with. And our opponent is... So we're still swinging in for 5, getting a nice little aggressive strike in. The Arc Lightning is going to be pretty good for us, I think, at some point. No blocks. I would have definitely swapped, I think. I think I would have definitely swapped this for one of these guys and just sort of blanked like half of my attack in the hopes that you'll draw something. But, I mean, what do I know? I'm just a lowly drafter. It's interesting too. I realize now that I can do this. Like I could use this ability at instant speed. That would have been cool. Just to make him think that I have something. Like this is all good stuff to start learning. Like this is my first draft of the format. I'm not gonna lie. Although I will say again, from the things that I've learned about the set, it appears as if, holy God, that thing's huge. It appears as if Abzan is probably the best one. Is he swinging? Alright, well, we offer the block. Gladly offer the trade there. Our opponent goes to 11, which is pretty nice for him. And I think at this point we're just going to sit. Unless I draw something that's going to be really good. There's really no point in me not sitting, necessarily. What is he doing, I wonder? Okay. There's really a point in me not sitting. Because if this thing attacks, you know, we're in really big trouble. I do like our dragon-style twins, though. Yep, dragon-style twins is good. Yeah, I think Active Treason and Mardu Standard are going to be 2 really good things for us. And I am honestly considering siding out our Disowned Ancestor. I'm going to leave this guy in to do battle with this. I might actually side out my Inoc Tracker for our second one of the ogres, just because the ogre does a better job of dealing with those big creatures, I think. So he's got another stag, which is good. He's making it dance along the screen. Look at that thing. This is awesome. Fantastic. Also, its horns look like cactus, which is kind of cool. So our opponent has a giant woolly beast of burden. And not much else, it appears. God, that thing is massive. How do I deal with that? Yikes. We'll see what happens. no sense in not playing out the land. I doubt our opponent has, like, discard. And we're done. And both sides are eyeing up each other. Yeah, I don't think there's really a good way for him to attack, necessarily. Alright, interesting. Singing Bell Strike. Yep. Is gonna tap this thing down. Sure. Which is fine. But now I know that I can do this at instant speed. Which is exciting. Alright, so our opponent is doing some funny stuff. I am going to untap this. And one goblin is blocking here. And then Mardu Horde Chief is going to block the Highland game. So, that's what we're going to do. And now I can just kind of get him. I mean, he's going to go to 13, which is really good for him. But, I mean, yeah. So far, oh, he's just saying scoop. Alright, we go to game 2. Yeah, wow, he's super flooded. But at least now we know how to sideboard. And it seems like one of the things that I need to sideboard out is I need to sideboard out what are these nulls? I don't know what these nulls are. One disowned ancestor for an act of treason. My Inoc tracker for War Behemoth's actually pretty good against him, I think. I'll swap out an Inoc tracker for a War Behemoth. And then Mardu Horde Chief. What else is in the deck right now? I definitely need the Mardu banner in here, though. What is Rite of the Serpent? No, I need Rite of the Serpent. Rush of Battle. Is Rush of Battle... Rush of Battle's not necessarily as good against his deck, I don't think. I don't know if we're going to swarm past him or not, though. Yeah, Rush of Battle seems pretty bad, actually, against our opponent. Although, I will say Rush of Battle was pretty cool against a couple of other people that we played. So resetting this. Our opponent is going to be on the play, which is going to be really good for his deck, I think. And we'll keep this. This hand is really good. We can afford to trade a little more aggressively. This Inoc Bondkin is going to be good if it goes off unchecked. Yeah, this is good. Oh, off to a nice start with this Swift Water Cliffs. We have a similar start, though, with our Mardu, so that's nice. And now we know to be a little bit more discreet in our use of the Mardu Hateblade. I will not be trading him for random things. I will be saving him because this guy is actually one of our best creatures against his deck. The fact that this guy can just absolutely wallop any of his big guys like his Sagu or Surak Dragonclaw is actually really, really useful for us. And no turn 2 drop for us is also decent as well. Like having Horde Behemoth here. Good to see him around. Is there a 2-mana flash card in the deck? In the set? Is there? I don't know. I'm not willing to risk it, though. I'm just going to play the Bondkin and pass it back. I'm playing a little more cautiously, guys, than I normally would. Again, my set stuff is not... Yes, so there is a flash card. Interesting. So I'm assuming he's bouncing my Bondkin, which is fine. You know, no harm, no foul. It is all good. Although it does set us a turn back, but it's not a huge deal. I can play Bondkin again and leave up mana for the Mardu. Plus, in all honesty, him using Force Away to bunt a 2/2, a 2/1 back to my hand is not all that worrisome for me. Alright, so he does have a Morph card. That's probably the Sagu, I'm guessing. It was the only Morph card that we saw. We saw a pretty decent portion of his deck. Do I want to play a Morph creature? Or do I want to play an Einok Bondkin? I think I'm just happy with a Bondkin here. And then passing the turn back. I mean, if this thing swings in, I'm definitely going to trade. And if it doesn't swing in, I'll swing with Bondkin. I have my Horde mate to bring this guy back if I need to. A very different feeling in this game. I'm a lot less aggressive with him now because I know what he's got and I think I know how to beat it. So, that's kind of nice. But seriously, if he swings with this Morph thing, I'm snap trading in Mardu. Because this is probably Sagu. Waiting to Sagu all over me. With its terrifying Yetiness. Props to Wizards for bringing back Orcs and Yetis in the same set. My hat's off. And Morph. Morph, Yetis, and Orcs. Seriously, guys, you did awesome. This set's incredible. I can't wait to spend all of my money because that is exactly what I will be doing. I will be spending all of my money on cons. This is probably one of the coolest sets I've seen in recent memory. I really like I still really am so happy. That he just wasted Force Away. I don't know what he's saying. But okay. You do what you want, I guess. Yeah, I don't mind swapping Bondkin for whatever this is. I don't know what's about to happen, though. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. Well, we're going to set up a nice big turn here. I'm going to swing in with the Bondkin for 2. If he wants to make the trade, that's more than okay with me. Because the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Mardu Warshrieker. Spoiler, it's a 0/5 defender. Well, I'm willing to trade a 2/1 for your 0/5. Alright, so we got our 2 points of damage in, which is really nice for us. I'm going to play our Mardu Warshrieker. Mardu Warshrieker seems pretty good. And then I'm actually going to make a huge dude. And I'm going to play him face down. Morph is such a good mechanic. So our opponent clearly has Surak, which is cool. Not too worried about Surak in this scenario. If Surak comes into play, that's all good. I mean, this is going to be insane because he's going to draw such a huge amount. He might draw like 1 or 2 cards off this, which is nice. I mean, Temur Ascendancy is not bad if you can get it. All right, so I doubt that this is actually a morph creature that is gonna be able to be beaten by us. I will, however, swing 1 with my Mardu. I will now get aggressive with the Mardu. It's amazing that this Hate Blade has actually become the most influential card in this game right now. This guy's going to be great for us, and then I'm just going to trigger the Outlast. Going to get some more value out of Outlast. Alright, so he does have something good. Yep, it's not the wall. We knew it wasn't the wall. But that's okay. Snowhorn Rider is really good. He's not going to get a card from Temur Ascendancy, but it's still really good. This guy deals with him, though. Krumar Bonkin just whoops him. Whoops him in the face. Something good. Ooh! Arrow Storm to kill what? My Mardu? Ooh, alright. Huh. 5, you say? Sure. Take it. Yep, absolutely taking that. That's fine. Was not going to block that in any case. Gonna hit him for a big turn. Gonna do 4-5, then 8 points of damage here. Interesting. Alright, and now what we're going to do is we're just going to simply play out a 3-6 that's going to block this guy profitably. Nice little behemoth. I actually really like War Behemoth. I actually like all the morph guys, I'll be honest. Like, this guy's good, this guy's good. All of it seems decent. Yeah, Snowhorn Rider seems fine. I mean, if he's got another Arrow Storm, it's going to be awkward for me. But another Arrow Storm to do something? What are we doing? You can't actually play that. So we know he has a Woolly Loxodon, though. That's scary. High until the morning, we're rolling, rolling, rolling. Yeah, Temur Ascendancy does seem Yeah. Temur Ascendancy does seem pretty good. This guy is pretty sweet, though. Is he, like, riding a yak? I think he is riding a yak. No, it's a ram. That's not as cool as a yak. Mostly I just want a yak rider. I want that to be a real creature. Ooh, who's gonna get this? Probably the behemoth. Really? Ooh. Yeah, he is, too. I would have definitely picked behemoth and swung. That would have been... Anyway, that's just me, but what do I know? I'm definitely going to play this, though, and gain a life. The life gain in that is actually not inconsequential. By any stretch of the imagination. And we're going to swing for 3 here. So far, the Mardu seems to be pretty good. Although I doubt I built this as aggressively as you could have. Now, if he's wise, he'll block the morph and get a better trade for his money. If he doesn't block, I'm not going to flip this. I'm going to wait. I'll flip Ponyback Brigade if I absolutely need to. So that way I've got ample blockers in case he does something stupid. Also, just by flipping this... Yep, so he's got his Woolly Loxodon now. He draws himself a card. In response to him playing the Loxodon, so he's tapped out, I'm just going to flip this bad boy. Get 3 goblins. Put some bodies on the board. Alright, so we're doing okay for right now. Not gonna lie. So far, so good. This guy just seems really good. Seems really good. We have a lot of bodies on the board though right now. And Einok Bondkin is gonna get. I think that's gonna be what we start dumping our mana into. Is this Bondkin? So he starts to. Mardu is gonna keep swinging every turn though. Like at some point he will have to answer my 1/1 with Death Touch. I mean, let's see here. If he blocks, he'd block this, and then he'd take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so our opponent is playing it out. And I think we're going to get him. Yeah, he's tapped out. Now I think is the time to seize the day. To stare down the odds and seize the day. Well, let's see. If he does... Yeah, I don't think he has enough blocks to do that. So we're swinging 2, 5, 8, 10, 12. Swing 12. Yep, response. He's not gonna block it. And our orc comes out the cuts for about 1/4 of his life on 1 swing by his lonesome. Well, that was actually pretty good. Not gonna lie, Mardu did pretty well there. Wow. So what have we learned today? I don't think Temur's that good. I'll be honest. Temur does not appear to be that good. Wow, that was really awesome. That was really good. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I know it's late. It's certainly late for me. It's about 3:30 here, but I wanted to get another piece of content in for you guys. I know a lot of people are chomping at the bit to get some cons of Tarkir. Antihero, thank you so much for joining us, man. It was awesome to play with you. You're a cool guy. Yeah, man, it was fun. I mean, even if I don't like Temur, your deck did seem pretty sweet. 2 Arrow Storms, Temur Ascendancy, some really nice big creatures. Good stuff. So, not too bad for our first draft. I think Mardu performed admirably. I don't know if I built it completely correctly, but, I mean, hey, first draft of the format, am I right, guys? In any case, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You don't necessarily have to do it in that order. As you know, I'm more than happy to let you do it whatever order you so choose. But until next time, folks, I am Kyle Ott, signing off for Draft Radio, and you have yourselves a wonderful evening.